in. Governor Fubara urges leaders to build, not undermine River State. Lawyers debate legality of 2025 budget presentation amid Rivers political crisis. Security, infrastructure, education top as President Tinubu presents budget. Trial of suspects in police officers' murder continues in Port Harcourt. On the foreign scene, Russia detained suspect over murder of chemical weapons chief. I am Kala Dakoru Batwo. Mental health is real. Seek help, end the stigma. We'll go for a quick commercial. When we do return, the news in detail. Welcome back. Now, the news in detail. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has urged leaders within the state to focus on improving the state rather than running it down. Governor Fubara said this during the inauguration of the Kala-Ibiama Epelema Road and bridges in Ward 1 of Opobo in Koro local government area. He warned that those involved in demarketing the state would hurt everyone, not just himself.
River State belongs to every one of us. The best we can do is to contribute our little quarter to better River State. River State, as of today, even with the face of wonderful things we are doing that people are beginning to see, have not faced dangerous media war, the marketing like what we are seeing today, where people will come out openly and tell you, yes, our mission is to demarket. Are you demarketing River State for Fubara? It has nothing to do with Fubara. It has to do with all of us. What we owe this state is wherever we find ourselves, wherever God has placed us, contribute to the betterment of River State.
Governor Fubara also assured the people of Nkoro that every part of the local government would benefit from the administration's efforts, emphasizing inclusivity in its governance.
This LGA is Opopo Nkoro, it's not Opopo only. So for my other wonderful neighbors, the Nkoro, we're also coming to Nkoro before the middle of next year to commission a project. So don't think that it's only Opopo we are handling. Nkoro, you have a special project that we are going to commission. We're going to flag it off very soon. Well, I don't flag off. They will commence the project and will be there in the next 6 months to commission it. At the end of the day, every part, every section of this local government will be touched.
In a related development, some lawyers in Port Harcourt have been speaking on the plan by Governor Siminalayi Fubara to present the 2025 appropriation bill to the Victor Okojumbo-led Rivers State House of Assembly when the Supreme Court has not yet ruled on cases related to the 2025 budget judgment. As you may know, the 2024 budget, which has been under contention following the political crisis in Rivers State, will expire soon. Speaking on this, a lawyer, Achie Williams-Wobodo, urged Governor Fubara not to present the 2025 budget to the Victor Okojumbo-led Assembly because appealing the Court of Appeal's decision does not allow him to disregard an earlier court ruling. He said under the law, Rivers State does not have a valid budget.
there is no stay of execution of the orders of the Court of Appeal. So presenting it before the said Oko Jumbo Assembly still boils down to disobedience of the court order. It's an affront. The Court of Appeal has entered a judgment, recognized Amegule's led assembly as the appropriate assembly. The Court of Appeal made a directive that the budget should be presented to that assembly. It will be clear disobedience of the Court of Appeal judgment.
However, another lawyer argued that since the governor has already appealed the judgment, he is free to present the 2025 budget to the assembly while waiting for the Supreme Court's final decision on the matter.
Now, the appeal is in itself acts as a stay of the execution of that judgment. In 2025 budget, there's every imperativeness to move on with that because we are almost done with 2024. The fact that no competent court has determined with finality the issue of the presentation of the budget, this is not continue to run. Even if the governor presents 2025 budget for the Oko Jumbo legislation, and the court holds otherwise that actually they are not the proper House of Assembly, we need to do what is in until the Supreme Court finally will determine the issue.
The National Assembly has extended the implementation of the 2024 budget by 6 months. Senate President Godswill Akpabio said this today during the 2025 budget presentation by President Bola Tinubu. He said the enabling law for the extension will soon be placed before the president for his assent.
We have noted the 2024 budget performance of about 50% for capital expenditure and about 48% for recurring expenses. Given this great achievement, we have deemed it necessary to extend the lifespan of the 2024 budget to June 30, 2025. The enabling law for this extension will soon be placed before you for your assent as a testament to our appreciation for the great performance of the budget, ensuring that we build on the momentum so far created.
In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu says the 2025 budget will secure the future of Nigerians and it reflects the administration's commitment to securing peace, prosperity and hope for the country. President Tinubu said this today while presenting the 2025 budget of 47.9 trillion naira to a joint session of the 10th National Assembly. Take a listen.
2025 budget again reinforces our administration's roadmap to secure peace, prosperity, and hope for a greater future for our beloved nation. This budget christened Budget of Restoration, Securing Peace, Building Prosperity, strikes at the very core of our Renew Hope agenda and demonstrates our commitment to stabilizing the economy, improving the lives and positioning our country for greater performance.
The president also said the 2025 budget projects a reduction in inflation from 34% to 15% and an increase in the exchange rate from 1,700 naira per dollar to 1,500 naira per dollar.
Budget projects inflation will decline from the current rate of 34.6% to 15% next year, while the exchange rate will improve from approximately 1,700 naira per dollar to 1,500 naira. The projections are based upon reduced importation of petroleum products alongside increased export of finished petroleum products. Bumper harvest driven by enhanced security, reducing reliance on food imports.
We will go for another commercial break, but still to come, trial of suspects in police officer's murder continues in Port Harcourt. Please do stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to the rest of the newscast. The murder trial of 12 suspects accused of mobbing a female police inspector, Christiana Ekereke, to death during a stop-and-search operation in front of the Bury Police Division has resumed at the State High Court in Port Harcourt. Today, the third prosecution witness, Inspector Collins Worry, serving at the Taba Police Division, testified that he saw about 30 individuals attacking the late Inspector Ekereke. He said the late officer managed to inflict head injuries on 2 of the defendants who were armed with sticks and stones used in killing her. He said the suspects were arrested by police officers at a nearby checkpoint after he raised the alarm that Inspector Ekereke was unconscious. The trial judge, Justice Augusta Chiku, after listening to the witness, adjourned to January the 31st, February the 6th, 13th, 21st, and the 24th, and March the 7th, 18th, 25th, and the 27th, 2025, for the testimony of the fourth prosecution witness. Meanwhile, the Secretary of the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, Ken Robertson, says the rising rate of kidnapping reports indicates growing public confidence in the country's security system. His comment followed data from the National Bureau of Statistics showing that the South-South zone has the highest kidnapping reporting rate in Nigeria at 100%. Mr. Robinson, in an interview with correspondent Martha Okere, expressed concern over the increase in kidnappings, attributing it to factors such as unemployment, substance abuse, and neglect.
It's really worrisome and troubling. But when we look at it, it boils down to the fact that that unemployment figures in the South-South are alarming. And of course, issues of substance abuse is also alarming. And of course, coupled with the issues of neglect, that so much is taken from our land and not much is put back into the land in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of social investment.
Mr. Robinson also urged churches and governments at all levels to focus on properly reorienting youth, emphasizing the need for guidance beyond prosperity preaching.
The onus is on our leaders at all levels, political leaders, traditional rulers, and of course the community leaders to begin to think out of the box. We need to begin to ask a very serious question. We need massive youth reorientation. We cannot make kidnapping a source of livelihood. The church must begin to carry out proper reorientation, beyond the preaching of prosperity, beyond the preaching of miracles.
In the meantime, with Christmas just 7 days away, many residents are preparing to travel, but some in Port Harcourt have raised concerns about their safety and that of their families during the festive season. Speaking to our correspondent, some residents expressed hesitation to travel due to insecurity at various checkpoints. They called on the government to strengthen security measures at checkpoints to curb crimes often associated with the holiday period.
My fears are, number one, traveling, that kind of traveling, like in a long distance now. My life might be at stake. Number two, my goods, if I'm traveling with property, my property might also be at stake. If I'm traveling with my children are also going to be at stake.
These kidnappers right now, this is their season of making money. This Christmas season, people are planning to go to their villages to just stand on the border and they're kidnapping people, robbing people. People are scared this period of time. People are scared. You know that
government should bring security on the road so that for many of them now, because of that, most we that coming from Imo State, because of what's happening now, most of us state we are not traveling.
Need to provide security, any other thing, so that they will protect people, life and property.
Meanwhile, an interstate commercial driver, simply known as Charles, said they travel without weapons for protection, but passengers who can afford private security officials often travel with them for safety.
Go with security defense. Some clients do higher security. Alright. Then we go with security, or because nothing God cannot. We pray before we move. So that's it. We don't have magic. We are not doing magic. Only God protects. And just now I'm running for GRA. Yes, some that came in. They pay for security and we'll go with the yes.
Elsewhere, many children are feared dead following a stampede that occurred at a carnival in Ibadan, Oyo State. The incident occurred in the Bashorun area of Ibadan today. The exact number of casualties is still unclear. However, a statement by the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Dotun Oyelade, said victims have been taken to different hospitals across Ibadan for treatment. We'll go for another commercial. When we do return, we'll take a look at the international scene.
Your name is a strong tower, Jesus.
International scene. Russia says it has detained an Uzbek man who confessed to planting and detonating a bomb which killed the top general Igor Kirillov. In motion, topped as President Tinubu presented I am Khalad Kurubatbo. Good evening.
Are you having problems listening to us via the Nigeria Info app? Experiencing any bugs? Worry no more. Just